Me too.
Me too. I love all of that. So, all right. So let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We can go ahead and I think get started. So welcome everybody. There's a couple of new faces, people I'm actively trying to recruit. So thank you for being here. I can tell that there are some of you are here. So I'm excited that you're all here today. Just a couple of housekeeping issues. There's our standard crown that I love so much, making sure we prop each other up and that we're more powerful when we work together. Our schedule, this is our second to last official meeting. That doesn't mean you have to stop meeting with your mentor or mentee. It's just our second to last group meeting until Expo, once everybody gets super busy like we were just talking about. So I'm going to give a save the date plug for Expo. We are going to be doing a roundtable event Wednesday, February 14th, good old Valentine's Day in the morning. There will be CEUs available. We are going to have a networking portion again. We will be doing some fun stuff there. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys in person there. So that'll be awesome. So I am super excited about our speaker this month. I don't know how many of you know Sheryl Isenhour, but I think she's fabulous. I mean, she puts up with Jerry, so how could she not be fabulous? Just kidding. I like Jerry, but I'm very excited when Shannon approached me about having Sheryl be our speaker this month. I was really excited about it. So as you can see, she is amazing on paper and off. So I am going to let her talk to us a little bit about herself and kind of our topic for the month. And I'm just going to turn it over to Sheryl and let her go. So welcome, Sheryl. Thank you for joining us today.
Hey, and I will have to agree with you. Living with Jerry can make you do about anything. I'm not in jail yet, okay? So I haven't done everything that I've thought about in days. But anyway, as for me, I'm married to Jerry. I'm a coach and trainer for Ziglar. I also am a disc assessor. I'm at the top of, I can't go any higher. I wish there was another level. I'm where I can't get anywhere else. I've written 6 books now, and I don't do good at talking about myself. So can we move on with the I'm not hard to find. Do a little Google. I'm all there. I'm not real hard to find at all. But you wanted me to talk today about teamwork. And as you know, that's one thing that we preach forever in CVC Success Group is the teamwork. Do you want me to go on with the program that I have said, or do you have something you want to do, Amy?
Nope, I think I will. The floor is yours, Sheryl. So feel free to impart some knowledge on us. It's all yours.
Okay. I saw where y'all you'd done some disc stuff, so hopefully everybody knows a little more about themselves. And if you did the disc, you know that there's a page in there that's called the communication page. And within that page, it gives you a whole lot about the other person. So to me, that's where teamwork begins. It begins with knowing that you're talking to, and also where you can mesh together. We're not all on the same spectrum. And I'm sorry I keep bringing disc in, but that's the background. It falls that way. Between Jerry and disc, that's where I live. But the thing about it is, myself, I'm a very high D, which makes me not real good at being a perfectionist. I do things quite well because I'm afraid not to. And that's where teamwork comes in. I need people that are not like me. And hopefully in this mentor and mentorship that you have this year, you've got one person that's a leader and you've got one person that's, the one visionary and one implementer, because that's what it takes to be a small team. But then as you grow, you add more people into your team that have they do different things different from you. And that's what it's all about. If we all did the same thing, we would either have a lot of chiefs or we'd have a lot of just Indians, and we'd get nothing done. In my household, Jerry and I are both high D, so we get nothing done. We work at it all the time. We dig deep. We work hard, but as far as teams, he and I have a hard time, except on stage, being a team when it's coming to work, because one of us has to give in, and that makes it a little harder. So if you've got a diversified team where you've got some that are high leaders, some that love to do the work, then you can put together a group that moves forward. And it enhances the problem solving part of it, because you've got so many different answers. I mean, within the CVC Success Group, the 5 of us that are in there, we are as different as day and night. So that's what makes it work well. I mean, we get on blatant camera a lot of times on Friday and argue with each other because we don't believe the same things. And I think that's one benefit of a team, is that everybody doesn't, you want to get together, but you don't want everybody to have the same feeling about everything, because then you can't work to improve. If everybody thinks the same thing, you're sitting at the same spot forever. If somebody's got a little bit higher idea, that moves you up a little bit. The next person gets a little bit a better idea. So as the teams go in, you can work all these ideas out, and you can have a composite of things. We don't all have to agree. I mean, if you look at politics, if you look at anything, people don't agree. And that's part of what makes the world go round. But we're all a team. But you get so much more done as a team, because I can do my part, Amy can do her part, Loretta can do her part. We all have our own expertise. So when we're working as a team, we have all these added efforts, and everybody's striving in a little bit different directions. And when you bring it all together, it's marvelous. So the bigger the team, the better. As long, if you get the team too big, it gets really crazy. So what you want to do is split your team up. This team wants to do this, this one wants to do this, then you bring it all back together. That's how everything's set up. Like in HPBA or in any organization, there's not just one person that's doing it all. You have a team effort. And the thing is, it's a learning opportunity for you, because what I don't know, I will learn from Amy. What Amy doesn't know, she'll learn from Loretta. What Loretta doesn't know, she'll learn from Paula. So it's just a big circle. And before you know it, you get as old as I am, and you hope you're really smart when you get here. But if you ladies would start talking within the next 15 minutes, I would know something I didn't know. And that's what we have here. We have a team right here on the screen. It's a team of ladies that are wanting to make it better for someone else. The mentors are wanting to make it better for their mentees. The mentees will become mentors. So, and that's where you want to go. I started in this about 30 years ago, and I was in the mentee part of the team. So I absorbed all the information. Now I've gotten so old, they won't let me stay in that one anymore. I had to get out of that part of the team and become a mentor. So, but I still learn, and that's what you do with a team. You pick up the little pieces of information that work for you, the information that doesn't work for you, just leave it on the table. If you ever get hungry enough, you'll come back and get it. And the main thing I like about teamwork is the personal growth. The team grows, but the person grows also. If you are a very quiet person, what's going to happen when you've got a group of people like this together? You're going to realize you don't have to be quiet. You're part of a team. You can voice what you've got to say. You can become that mentor. You can become that person that can get up on stage and tell people exactly what you think, and honestly, a lot of times what you think they ought to think. That doesn't work out all the time, but it's a good shot. But as a team, you guys can do so much. If 5 of you step off here today, that's 5 less minds on here. I don't know how many you have in this group as a total, but if you could ever get everybody that's in this group together on one screen, put up a problem and start working on it and become a team, a unified team, I think you ladies could be marvelous. And you're marvelous anyway, but we can move the group even farther. And like you say, you're coming to the end of it for this year. So I'm hoping that this team that I'm looking at now can stay together, pull in more people, and keep moving on, because guys, that's what it takes. It takes the teamwork of everyone. All of you can't be at the top running the program. Most of you don't want to be. So find your position within a team. It's like a fan. Decide which part of the fan you want to be on and be the best in that part that you can be. But the main thing that I would push out, you're a team here in front of me at this point, but don't let this end it. Keep this networking going behind the curtain after this is over, because that's what teamwork's about. And when you come back next year, come back with all the ideas that you put together, because if you didn't get something out of today, out of yesterday, out of the day before that, you're not growing. And that's what Amy and the other ladies here are trying to do. They're trying to move us one step forward to being a united woman's team. And if there's any questions, I am wide open. I am good at talking. So anybody wants to jump in, I'm good.
Yes, we use Sheryl. She's a wonderful resource. Does anybody have any questions for her about teamwork or anything in general? Let's just open it up.
I'm not brilliant, but I'm close.
Just make sure you unmute yourself.
To be an effective team, what have you found that's made it successful? Like meeting weekly, meeting every other week, meeting monthly? Like, is there a certain recipe that really makes it successful?
It depends what you're in, Christy. If you're in a business, I would suggest a week, at least every week, if not even more. If you're the differences in the huger organizations, you can't get that many people together at the time. But I mean, for my team, we talk at least once a week on anything that I'm doing, and then we're all set up on Telegram, and it's going 24/7. So I don't think you can ever overdo the communications between a team. I think you can underdo it. And if you find out you're not getting anything done, then you need to move it on.
Thank you.
And I've got one here that says that her average project takes a month to develop. Yeah, it does. And you have to work at it. The thing is, if someone can get you off the ground and then you put your team into it, I mean, I'm sure this didn't come around in a day either. So it's, yeah, an online course on fireplaces. That's what you guys do. And then you share it, because that's what teams do. I don't mind giving out anything I've got. I know people will say, I know you won't show me that. Just ask me if I've got a picture of it or something. You're welcome to it. If I can help you, if I can send you a template out about something, and if I've got one, you're welcome to it, because no use to do. It's redundancy. If I do it and then you do it and the next guy does it, it's a lot of waste of time. I'm a copy paste kind of girl.
Hey, Sheryl, I think a lot of the ladies on the call are, most of them, leaders in as a dealer in the industry, in showrooms as a retailer, and many of them are, coming in from their family, it's part of their family or with their husbands, or it's a completely different industry that they have changed their job and is now working, in this industry. Can you speak to being a woman leader in this industry and what you've seen, kind of maybe how women and men are just leading a team atmosphere, some tips for them, to kind of bring that back to their teams?
Well, you ladies are very lucky. You were here when there were other ladies. The hard part was coming in when you were the rogue and you were stepping on men's toes. Not that I've ever done that or anything, but with being in this industry and being a leader, you've got to pick your things together. You've got to get your team working together. And I honestly, and I think you'll agree with me, Shannon, you've got to put on a united front. Women just don't get looked at as well as the men did, especially in this industry. Many of us have been told a woman can't do this. I beg to differ. So, and it all came from, I'll tell you exactly where it came from for me, was sitting around at the guild meetings, around campfires with the other ladies in the industry, putting our feet down, saying we can do this. And it's just a matter of sticking together. We call it the good old boys, but I'm going to tell you, there's a lot more good old girls because we don't mind sharing. We don't mind being a team. We're not so macho that we can't hold hands publicly and not even in public. I don't mind telling you that this person's my friend, and we pick up the phone. And the fireplace industry, I'm in the chimney industry a whole lot. That's the one industry that doesn't mind picking up the phone and asking their competitors questions, and they get the answers. And it's the same way, I think, in a lot of the fireplace business. You're looking at a lot of people right here that have a lot of knowledge. I'd hate to get together all the hours or years even that the ladies just on this meeting have in common. So the thing is, the pointers is reach out to your peers, start a discussion group, keep the Facebook page that you've got going, keep it going. Were you planning on leaving that open, Shannon, for this group, or Amy?
Yep, it's going to stay open. And we want it to be more of a discussion forum too, not just like when the meetings go, like if you've got a question or you've got somebody, you want to know something, reach out. I know that Carol did that when they were switching their point of sale system, wanting some reassurance, which I want to know how that's going. But, we want it to become not a safe space, sounds kind of trite, but somewhere where people can bounce ideas off each other and, kind of learn from each other. That's kind of what we would like that page to be. And we are going to leave it open. So.
And that's what it needs to be, because ladies, again, I'm going to reiterate, we don't all know everything. We all sell different products. We all sell different services. So why not ask about these things? Because I don't mind giving my competitor. I mean, when we had the retail store, we had competitors within just several miles of us, and I think we helped them as much as we almost helped ourselves. And it became a lifelong thing, and we're all still good friends, and we all have viable business. I mean, Jerry's out of his now, but that's because he's moved on in life. He just got too old. But anything that you need, ask on this page. Pick up the phone, call me, send me an email. I'm not hard to find. Anybody needs my cell phone, if I talk, I'm actually one of those people that take phone calls. But give me a call. If I don't know the answer, I will find somebody that does. And that's what that page needs to be used for. Jump on there. That's your link to your networking and your link to your world. Are you going to allow other people onto that website, Amy, or is it just this group?
If there's people that want to join, I had some, I'm sure it was a spoofer the other day. It was a odd looking fellow. So obviously I denied him, but if there are people that are in the industry that want to be a part of it and potentially interested in the program, I have no problem letting them be a part of the page. Nadine commented on here that her company, she works for Napoleon, has made an online platform and these little snippet videos and stuff on a YouTube channel. I'm hoping, Nadine, that you will go to the Facebook page and share that link there, so that everybody has access to that, because there's some great troubleshooting stuff there. And I think it's kind of like along what Sheryl said, sharing, so people can see the different, ideas and things that are out there. So, Yeah, no, we're absolutely open to, if it's somebody in the industry that wants to be part of the group discussion, I have no problem with that.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I
great.
wanted
Now, go ahead.
No, I wanted to mention as well that like what I do is like we have like our own like online learning platform as well. So like if any of you sell Napoleon product, like you can request access to like all these courses on products and stuff. And there's even general things on like how their heat management system works and stuff like that. So I can put a link if you're okay with it, where you
Absolutely.
can request enrollment for your company if you sell Napoleon products.
Yeah, I think that would be great, Nadine.
I opened a Facebook page, and this may be off kilter a little bit, but I have a manufacturing plant. I build outdoor kitchen housings. And so I decided I wanted to, number one, I wanted to see what people had to say that weren't me. And I also wanted to see how many people had bad ideas. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of good ones. I have almost 38,000 members on that page now. And I probably niche about anywhere from 100 to 150 a day that are spammers or they're wanting to sell their wares. I'm not a big, I let people advertise. Like if you want to advertise Napoleon, that's one thing. If you want to advertise you make socks, it's not happening. But it's just, that's the kind of thing I do. And I've seen things, and I have found a lot of people that needed help. You see things, they put things on there that is potentially dangerous. So we're able to respond. We may have saved someone's life, who knows? But you never know what one word or one suggestion or one thing to another person's going to help them or help them not get hurt. And that's what the web pages are, pages like that are for, because I look at so many that are chit chat pages. Information pages are what people need to be, especially if you're in business. If you're going to use Facebook, use it for the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
that's my opinion.
Yep.
We're not into this for fun. We're in it for profit.
Hopefully it's both, but yes.
Well, the basic, if you don't make, we all have our personal page. Believe me, I got $1,000 pictures on it and stuff like that. But I do that after hours. But if I go on Facebook of a day, it has some sort of a business orientation to it, because that's what I'm doing for 8 to 10 hours a day. I am, number one, I'm working on my business, which is the coaching and the islands. But then I have that other section where I'm trying to help people like you. And if I, like I say, I don't know it all, but I've got a man that thinks he does. So I can pass the question on to him if you'd like for me to. But and I make a joke of that. He's actually standing over here, so he's hearing what I'm saying. He would not leave me alone with a group of women with me jacking my jaws, knowing that they knew him. But with that being said, please help each other. Look for the pointers. Look for the good stuff. There's articles that come out every day that's based on the fireplace and the fireplace industry that another person might not see. If you think it's good and it's informative, show it to your team. And again, this is a team, whether you want to be or not. You are a team. You are the team under this umbrella. And make one for yourself. Make one in your business. Show these people that in your business that you need to work as a collective team to make a great business. And then go out there and watch it circulate. That's the main thing. I think teamwork's everything. Between communication and teamwork, that's what keeps the industries rolling. And with that, any other questions? Because I'm on a roll, so I'm going to stop that part.
Does anybody have any other questions for Sheryl? I want to thank you, Sheryl. It's been great having you here. It's just your energy is contagious, so it's great to have you with us. Hopefully, any of you hopefully Sheryl, you'll be able to come to our meetup at Expo. We would love to have you. If you and Jerry are going to be at Expo, we would love to have you come to our roundtable, our discussion that we're going to have in our networking group. That would be wonderful to have you join us.
I would love to, and this has been a pleasure. It's nice to get with a group of people that are in like industries, and y'all ladies are doing great. I know you are, or you would not be in this group.
I'm gonna tout their horns for them because most of them are on mute right now, but this is a great group of women, and I find so much enjoyment in just being around you guys and learning from you as well. I have, me and my quotes. I have one quote I want to share with everybody today. So the way to achieve your own success is to be willing to help somebody else get it first. And I think that is so, it just, a lot of times in society today, people want to, it's me first. But I think this really struck me today. And I don't know who needed to hear it on this call, but it struck me for a reason, which is why I used it today. So I don't know if anybody has any questions in general for the group or anything they'd like to share about teamwork or working within your team at your business. I will open it up to that. And then if not, we will end for the month. But if anybody, I will stop talking and open the floor up to anybody else.
I have just an idea that I thought would be fun, and that maybe at the expo it might be fun, but because we are hearth women, wouldn't it be fun for our meeting to have a bond fire? So to actually have a fire that we hang around and just, catch up, spend some time, eat some snacks, roast marshmallows. I don't know. I mean, we're hearth people, but to call it a bond fire would be kind of really fun because that's what we're busy doing there. And just a thought to throw out, if that's somehow possible in the outdoor burn area or something, some afternoon or evening, that would be really cool.
I love that idea, Carol. That's great. I will have to talk to the expo committee and see if that's something
possible.
Yeah, that would be fun. So
and then it kind of gives us a little bit more exposure because we're not just tucked away in some weird little classroom. It's like we're, what is that? What is happening over there? Oh, that's the bonfire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want to segue off your thing a while ago. That's the statement made by Ziglar, and I might not have the words exactly right. But if you want to get what you want out of life, help enough people get what they want.
I truly believe that. I think that it's so important for us to help each other out. It's it's about what life is, being good to one another. So I think that's so important. But yeah, so, and like Sheryl said, anything, and that's what I kind of want to have the Facebook develop into. If you've got questions, if you've got things, whatever you want to say, that is an open forum for all of us to be there. If it's not a day where we're all on the call in front of each other, if you want to put something there, that's something that we'll all see and respond to. So
I have a quick question right before we depart.
Yeah.
My work facilitates the DISC test, so I've taken them before, but when you look online and you look up DISC, there are so many different sites that facilitate it. So I'm wondering, Sheryl, what is the actual DISC website that you can get the test? You're on mute.
You're on mute, Sheryl.
I can get you a DISC. It's not a problem. They're all basically the same. Honestly, the DISC was put out real quick. If I got a second.
Sure.
The DISC was put out in the time of Hitler. That's how far back it goes. And so a lot of the questions on there are a little strange, but things still work for today, and they all funnel down to the DISC. There's 3 levels. There's the DISC that you can just order offline. There's also what they call DISC Plus. One tells you how, one tells you why or who, and then there's a third that is called Advanced Insights that gives you the why. And so with those, if you take the full DISC, then it takes a little bit more time. It takes actually about 3 times. There are about 15 minutes of sections. There's 3 sections. So they all end up being the same thing. The problem is which level you take, because you can just go pick one online and they'll usually send you what they call their free disc. And it will tell you your DISC, your colors. But there's also one that goes into your values, and then there's one that goes into your insights. And it depends how much you really want to know about yourself. You get into the insights, you know a little bit more sometimes than you really wanted to know.
But yeah, if you wouldn't mind sharing that with the group on either the Facebook page or sending me the link, and then I can get it out to the ladies, that would be fantastic.
Okay, I'll just hop on the page and send it to them, because the thing is, they do cost me, but since you're on here, if you will, when I send you out, you'll need to send me an email back for it. Just tell me that this is where you got it. I'll put my email, and then I'll put the dip. And if you will send, or I'm not hard to find it, Sheryl, SHERYL at SherylIsenhour.com. There's nowhere to type that on here, is there?
That's okay. Well, you could do it on the link on the messaging, but when I
Okay.
send the link tomorrow for the call to everybody, because we send the YouTube video so everybody can rewatch it if they want to, I will put your contact information in the email I send out to everybody, Sheryl.
If you'll do that, I'll be
Yep.
more than glad to get you on the disc. And as soon as you get done taking it, I get it back. If you would like, I suggest everybody has a debriefing on it, because some of it, it's not that hard to understand, but you may not do it. I'll be glad to go over it with you. I will offer that to this group.
Oh, thank you. That's wonderful. That's great. Thank you for asking that question, Janelle. That's what a resource that is. Thank you. So I will include Cheryl's information when I send you the link for the call from today. So I will include her information so you can reach out. I think that'd be great for anybody that's on the call to do that. So that'd be fantastic. So anybody else have anything before we adjourn until next month?
I already messaged you, Amy, but I've
Yep.
sent Amy the links for like enrolling onto the platform and stuff. I'm usually the one that deals with those emails anyway. So if any of you do request enrollment, I usually address it within like 1 day.
Awesome.
And if you guys have any trouble, I'm usually the one that responds to the inbox anyway. And I also sent her a link to a YouTube channel that anyone can view, but it's just got troubleshooting videos on our products. So like if you own any of those products and you need like a quick troubleshooting video, I gave her the link to the YouTube channel.
Awesome. And I will share that as well. Thank you, Nadine, very much. So awesome. I think this has been a great call today. Everybody's been wonderful. Anybody have anything else before I end our recording and our call for today? All right. Well, Loretta, I'm glad you are feeling better and recovering continually. It's nice to see everybody, and feel free if you need anything to call or email me as well, but we will see you guys in October.
Thanks very much, Amy.
All right. Bye, everybody.
care.
Thank you
Bye.
guys.
Bye,
Thank you,
Ray.
guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
Amy.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.